Who can doubt the Holy Spirit? Sun Wu was not humiliated again and then suffered the tragic end. Painful carpet like this. After the same to monk's 8th gender and SA increased support. Master of the 3rd Tibetan way to the west Tianjin successfully. Wukong has been ordained Buddha, is to fight over the Buddha, and at the same time remove the Kim necklace on her head. The rest of the story is not told until our next anecdote comes along. Then come out later. Sun Wukong did not give up the Buddha to return to the flower, to rejoice with the servant of his children. But because of this, the great holy Che has become a thorn in the eyes of Heve. The king of God is once a guy, sent the army of heaven to Hogwoso. Enlightenment is not submission, when you can't recruit Chethi. They attacked the flower directly, slaughtering the servant of Wukong. Finally, because they were pressed, that the great saint had to come face to face with the heavens. The leader of the army was Temen, God Yongqi, along with the gods, the 4 great kings of heaven and 10,000 heavenly soldiers to accompany the gods. This guy has his pet. I am the dog of God. Say a little more. The 2 fairies are the sons of Zhao, the younger sister of the emperor. She was befriended by Yang Qian's father, who was mortal. 3 children were born, including Yang Qian. That's why she was locked at the foot of the mountain. It caused the whole family to separate. Yang Qian later did. First learned religion and fraternal sister with my Sun 7 monster. With the dog god Halfine Kine cut the mountain to save his mother. At this time, the 2 goblins are challenging Sun Wo to a solo duel. If he loses, he will return to heaven. The servant of the great saint will be executed. And if you win, the mountain will also be captured. General S.A. By revenge. Unless Sun Wukong won't get down on his knees, I will forgive Che. The saint only laughed. He said he would pluck out Yang Qianru's eyes and close the line. They both crashed into each other. All my strength. Determined to beat an opponent in a match. Double hand solo 1-1. You need to know that in the old days, when the only Yang Qian dared to fight with Sun Wukong, without a tremendous amount of energy released, when the staff is as the will of Chethin Dai Holy, touched with 3 injections of 2 Lang gods, heavenly soldiers, it's all blown away like dry leaves in a storm. For great kings were beaten Cho-Cho Island. He also started using the law French air to capture Wukong. 2 psychopaths took advantage of that opportunity. Used the old X. The mountain saved my mother. The sky fell on the head of the Holy Spirit. He was lucky to avoid it, but a corner of the mountain was knocked down by Yang Qian's axe. My monkey king cursed the hypocritical heavenly army. Solo rafters. If you lose, you play dirty and call the Raw brothers to fight the council. Daring down the mountain 1-on-1. And then it turns into a red-feathered pheasant that flies away. The 2 werewolves also immediately turned into chasing eagles. But now suddenly there's a strange thing. The old Kim ring, thoughts have been taken off, suddenly appeared on his head. Make Sun Wukong without extreme pie. The Holy Spirit is back in form, and falls straight down the mountain. To the Volf does not hesitate. Took the chance. Use 3. Injecting a fatal blow into the middle of Wukong's chest. Not both books. Married like a meteorite. Through the Law Rights atmosphere. Straight down to the top of the mountain. Time has passed 500 years. But the monkeys, they are still in contact with each other to this day. The battle of fire in the old world. The old monkey is saying, at that time, Che Tiangsheng was a saint, although I used to be in heaven, and deleted his name from the book himself. Death, but I can't fight against heaven. Tu Lang's final blow. The god Yang Qian that day finished the Lion King. After death, Sun Wukong OT turned into a molten rock on the top of the mountain. Leave 6 relics. The 6 organs of the great saint are the eyes, ear, nose, tongue, body. They were destroyed by heaven. Give it to the powerful demons to guard it. Those were the wrong hands. God's command to the world. Challenge teachers and students Tang Rising. Every generation of slaves. Veneration of the great saint. He chose the strongest man to find the 6 relics, with the wish to resurrect Sun Wukong. But it's been 500 years. That no monkey has ever succeeded. Now in next generation, I'm going to go find 6. This time the monkey is a strong young man. He had a majestic physique like the American monkey king of old. Shoulder the whole responsibility for the flower. This little monkey is revered by the monkeys as the servant of heaven. Death is also known as the heavenly destiny. When a black fire. Two demons are walking on Black Wind Mountain. I happened to see a plump peach. He fell under the tree. They rushed in. Grab a delicious peach and put it in your mouth. Bite, give it a bite. How the hell did Evolve bite its teeth? Make it cry out in pie. The peach falls to the ground and shows its shape to be our monkey of destiny. The monkey is calm, pulled out of Tyra's hole a wooden stick, and quickly teach these kids a lesson. I saw that there was a temple nearby. It's cold on the side of the road. The monkey is coming. It plucked a hair and turned into an incense stick, lit into the temple. It seems that the servant's sincerity has been witnessed. So the dry branches immediately came to life. The cherry blossoms bloom with a funny little old ma. It looks like a ginseng root suddenly appeared behind a white smoke. He told the monkey not to be afraid, because you're not a monster. It's the land of this mountain. This is the Black Mountain. There is Kuan Yin Monastery. 2 years ago, 2 teachers, the Rising Road and Sun Wukong, did not stop here. The master of the Yuan dynasty is the Elder Kim. The 2 great disciples are Kuang Miu and Kuang. Reception 3 Tibet, while showing off their most precious items. Sun Wu does not itch his eyes. I told my teacher there was something more precious. It's a coffee shirt. S.A. that Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. Bancho! That's why Sugar has to wear a S.A. shirt. Give Kim only. Enjoy the exhibition due to 2 infatuation. The S.A. shirt that Kim Abbott had with Kuang Miu and Kuang. The disciples set the tower on fire, where the road rises, and Wukong is not sleeping to steal clothes. The saint knows. He borrowed the ring of fire from the king of heaven to cover the tower, and the rest let the fire burn down the monastery. The morning after seeing the road, 3 Tibet and Sun Wo are no longer alive. So afraid that they have to confess. The Elder Kim was afraid to flee, and was crushed to death by the rafters. But the S.A. t-shirt was stolen by a demon. That's the black bear on top of the mountain. It's called the Black Star. He called himself the king of the black wine, and often come back to this temple to talk about Buddhism. He later became a brother to Kim the Elder. Sun Wo did not come to ask for clothes, but the black hero escaped 5 by 7 turns. Even the great saint masquerading as Kim just came too. I love the name. This ghost doesn't show the shirt. Where are you at last? Sun Wukong. OT, thanks to the help of Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, you can wear it. The Kuan Yin Bodhisattva recruited him as a disciple, wearing for her Kim ring. Then Cho returned to Bodhisattva's lost mountain to become a mountain god there. Go back to the present. The landlord said the black hero has fled. Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, go back to this mountain 500 years ago. It rebuilt the Kuan Yin Monastery from the ruins. He was one of the king's lovers, is occupying the relics of the great holy Ched. Whatever on the way. The little boy only met demons, right? I see any monks. The earth accompanied the destiny to the Black Feng Mountain, and also taught the monkey the ability to identify itself. You can turn demons in a second. In the forest around Kuan Yin Monastery, the baby monkey met again and fought the plotters. Guangqi, the wise man, has now cultivated into a demon. Ugly Volf. Promo. Miu was originally a little love under the curse. King He Feng let him enter the temple to study with Kim only elders. He's still wandering around the bamboo forest with the snake demons for years. In Kuan Yin Monastery, the devil meets the ghost of the devil. The elder has now turned into a kind of demo. 500 years have passed, but he still can't forget the obsession with a coffee shirt. S.A. security. He uses the souls of evil, raised his disciples years ago, as a kind of food to replenish the magic power when fighting with the destiny of the prince. However, with martial arts inherited from Che, holy god, and self-determination is taught by local tradition. The elder Kim Su, defeated at the hands of the monkey, he vanished into thin air, leaving his shirt behind. S.A. fire resistance. It is not comparable to the shirt of the old days, but it's also an extremely rare treasure. After defeating the demons at Kuan Yin Monastery, the baby monkey continues up to the Black Wine Mountain. Find the black bear monster. On the way up the mountain, he came across a Taoist who was writing poetry. I saw a man wearing a vase. So the rabbi grabbed it and wrote a spell on it. He then returned it to the monkey and said the spell. This will turn the wine into a magic gas. It is capable of recovery. The spirits of the demons have been defeated. At the door to the Black Leopard, the Black Bear's cave, is a sudden lagoon. A sharp spear, from where he came to block in front of the divine servant Destiny. If you're not a very strong person, the monkey has been killed by the executioner. It's a snake monster called the White Doctor. He said yes to the order. I'll guard this place and teach the monkey a lesson. The serpent. This is the strongest that opponent fate must confront since the beginning of the journey. Blessed by ancestors, Sun Wukong does not carry his bag, but after burning a bunch of incense, then the monkey of fate defeated the monster snake. He slowly disappeared after crying. That has fulfilled its duty to the CA. Behind the white monk is the entrance to the Black Wine Cave. Love. The black bear is waiting for the destiny in the form. A monk wearing the S.A. robe of the Buddha screamed a black creepy sound. King Feng came to wave his staff. They are attacking the heavens. Demo! This black bear used magic to turn into a black wine, then suddenly appeared to attack. But when the monkey uses body-defining magic chosen by the gods of the earth to defeat, the black bear told the monkey to play dirty and turn into a black wine that flies away. After the challenge, heaven's destiny multiplies on the tower on the top of the mountain to fight. The Lord appeared and teach the little boy a kind of magic. The name is Van Bo. It's able to make the monkey invisible for a moment. I can't believe it. A god like the earth, the world can know 2 of the 72 magical powers. That's how it changes. It was only later that Ra had a taste. Guru. He presented the land with many herbs. God. He also taught you the art of self-identification and so on. With just a small request is to teach it to the generations of divine servants. Is that the Master Bodhi? The Master of Sun Wukong 05? This question may never be answered. The little boy continued to chase the mighty black. To the top of Bodhi on the black wind mountain, there's a 5-way stupa on fire. The forest is burning. At the top of the tower, it is one of the 6 great saints. The young man meets the black hero again. There's a black bear monster with powerful magic, plus the incredible power of the bear. He decided to eat the monkey alive. He used fire to burn the top of Mount Bodhi, to bake the heavenly destiny. But the little boy had a fire-resistant SA. I'm not afraid of fire and this one. Demon Black Bear. Feeling unable to eat, the young man turned into a black wind, fly to the top of the 5 towers to grab the relic and run away. But the Holy Spirit doesn't obey, and made a picture. The invisible wall encircles the top of the Bodhi. Demo! There's no way to escape and get knocked down. To return to the form of a black bear. He panicked, begging for his life. Because it's a pawn. Only listen to God's commands. No one can dare to sin against the Holy Spirit. He didn't dare touch the relic, but only Ra at the top of the 5 stupas. With little lovers only. The old man of Haifeng Mountain also stopped the baby monkey. It's just the wrong hand. After the black wind, he promised to come back to the temple. Then the monkey agreed to let him go and collect the pellets. Relic, the first saint. It's turned into a pheasant. The red feathers fly back to land on the hands of the heavenly, with flaming eyes that symbolize the flame of Venus. It is one of the 6 pillars of the Holy Spirit, Sun Wukong. The story goes that once upon a time there was a little boy. Because I'm chasing the frog and getting lost to the top of Black Wind Mountain. Suddenly I met a big black bear. But this black bear, out of admiration for the Dharma, it's not just saving your life. He gave me a bag full of gold and silver. Treasure. Since then, he has become close to the black bear monster, and continued his spiritual life under the name of Kimchi. Little by little, he has now become Kimchi, elders of Kuan Yin Monastery. But only because of the blind to the precious treasures. So I couldn't be religious. Slowly SA fell. It comes to a head when you meet the 3rd road. He could not control his greed and set fire to the temple. Killed to tank teachers and students to take over SA. The entire Kuan Yin Monastery was burned down. He lost his life in the fire forever. Later, when he became a disciple of Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, the Dark Lord dared to ask this. The Kuan Yin Buddha simply replied that it was Kim. I haven't let go of desire. The 2 wine start the sunset. The monkey was fatally shot, lying on the side of the road, on a chest full of sharp arrows. Next to him was a headless monk who liked lice, standing there and singing clams. Let's listen to what he sings. I shook his hand at Father Taibin. China has its own people. To be my Taibin bridegroom. After singing the song, the monk did not perform magic. Healing for God's people. The arrows on my body disappeared, and the baby monkey recovered as usual. Then the monk disappeared. The servant of heaven began to enter the range. Royal Wind. It's 800 miles long. It used to be very affluent, and it's the location of the country is extremely devoted to Buddhism. But one day, disaster has come. Make the people of the whole kingdom. They are turned into lovers. Monster mouse boy caught to mice. An old and a young are whispering excitedly to each other. Then the little old mouse is the king of USA. This country and the mouse are 2 princes. His second son. When you smell fresh meat, the king's old mouse drove the boy away. He beats the monkey to eat. The 2 foolish princes obey their father to fight with the gods. When the monkey slaps you in the ass, you cry, "My father is angry." While the old mouse, just hanging around outside throwing smelly rocks. When the princes are taken down by our baby monkey, the king's old mouse panicked and ran away. He came to the edge, bite my hand and bleed underneath, summoning up a mouse as big as a mountain. He is the great prince, the king's eldest son. The king told the prince to avenge his brother. But suddenly he snatched, "Put your father in your mouth." I don't know why. It's lost its memory, and become such a bloodthirsty perso. I saw that horrible scene. The little boy was disgusted and decided to get rid of this big rat in case it harms the population. Continue the journey. The boy caught a wild boar. Drunk is vomiting corn on the meadow. So the monkey helped the pig. Wine prize. Then the pig led the boy to a stone gate and disappeared behind it. The monkey went. Theo saw behind the gate. This is a sandstorm. Turns out, the boar took the monkey through the air to the past. Many years ago, at that time the kingdom was SA is a peaceful place, and people are extremely Buddhist. However, the king was afraid for his power. He ordered the Buddha to be destroyed. Bodhisattva Sand spirit because so angry. My riding companion is the three-horned scarab. Giants come here. Now a priest who claims to be a great saint. To come face to face with that dung beetle. It's actually the yellow-furred mouse. Practice the Dharma at the foot of Linsun Mountain by stealing the lamp oil of the Buddha. He escaped to Earth as a demon. The young man is now traveling in the past, back at the right time. I don't know the facts. He helped the king, fighting with Scarab BA Hornets. After an unconscious exchange, temporarily the dung beetle gets the drum of the mouse demo. Make you faint. Little boy realized that there was a strange glowing object on his back. So I climbed up and picked it up. Then the dung beetle wakes up and attacks. The monkey fell into 1,000 pounds of hanging hair. The monster appeared in time to stop the dung beetle's sting, to save a life. Roar for an hour. He grabbed the giant scarab horn. He knocked it down and finished it off with a BA nail. The pig stopped, let the boy know. After defeating the Bodhisattva spirit of sand, Demon Rat has been named king. He is called a great saint and is regarded as the national anthem of the United States. Obeying his orders, the king ordered the test glasses. He asked his people to treat rats as gods. The prince protested. He was locked in prison by the king. Then go crazy. The three princes were so disgruntled that they left SA. He was accompanied by 4 guards. There are only 2 foolish princes left. Stay with the king. One day the king woke up. I see myself and the whole community. SA has turned into a mouse monster. From there saved SA gradually under the raging of the yellow mouse demo. After telling the story, the pig's magic stop out of effect. Bring the monkey back to the present. At first I thought it was a dream, but the treasure I found on the back of the dung beetle, still in hand. The monkey looked closely and realized that it was Lin San's feng shui heirloom. Bodhisattvas can crush tornadoes and sandstorms. Heaven and destiny continued to move deeper into the South China Sea. In a place called the Tiger Cave, monkey caught a tiger monster, licking a reservoir full of blood. Behind it is a statue of Buddha that has lost its head. It's the avant-garde tiger monster, the loyal limbs of the mouse demo. With a bloodthirsty nature, he ate the rats in this kingdom. Or more precisely, the people who have been crowned, turned into a mouse. This pioneering tiger's bravery is extremely powerful just by martial arts alone. It's pounding on the sub. Death by extremely dangerous blows. Do uncle. Our baby monkey has to burn incense sticks. I can get through this cycle of death. The pioneer tiger bent down, want to lick the last sip of blood, but was dissolved into nothingness. Well, the mysterious headless monk appears. Just pull the moo. He cast a spell on the boy. Then out. It's a petrification spell to block the enemy's attack. The monk slowly disappeared into a good laugh. After the battle, the little boy discovered at the foot of the Buddha statue, there's a secret agency behind the avant-garde tiger. When activating it, tiger-headed manhole rises. Flush all the fresh blood in the tiger out. The monkey goes down there and shoots. Now this is a tunnel through a valley of sand at the foot of the mountain. Once again the little boy met the headless monk here. And he taught me to allow magic. I just saw the monk scratching and pulling out an armpit hair. Blow it towards the little boy, makes the baby monkey itch all over. Then that is the separation of the great holy Che, plucking a handful of fur, blowing out identical clones. This place is the entrance to the cave, where the yellow mouse monster reigns. From a distance felt the violent tornado that it caused. That is the law of the 3 gods, that the great saint is holding. Standing in the center of the wind is the mouse monster holding a head of Buddha. His right hand holds a familiar BA nail that the baby monkey met while traveling back in time, thanks to the fateful meeting. This golden mouse can make the rain and the wind, like today, but also for being a team player of it in the past. So the servant, Death, has understood the martial arts of the Emperor Feng monster and easily carve its BA nail. The wine monster starts to deploy 3 wine gods. But lucky, Death has picked up Lin's wine shielding magic. Bodhisattva Sand 3 sister, god of the wind, immediately blown away by the baby monkey. Make heaven and earth immediately return in the clear climb. Before the violent attack of the lion's fate, the monster had to submit. Hands down the BA nail and Buddha head. He fell to the ground in pain. Suddenly the headless monk appeared. He called it a traitor. Dared to take my master's head. The monk turned into a giant, then picked up Buddha's head and put it on his neck. Then that monk is the reincarnation of the sand spirit Bodhisattva. Your head, used by the emperor as a relic container. The ear represents the ear of the great Saint Chetai. Lin Sand Bodhisattva thanked the unparalleled bravery of the little boy. He saved the Bodhisattva from evil. Praise God as people. He's the only one worthy of protecting the relic. Give this precious monkey back to him. When Ba was born white, God's people continue the journey to find the third gas of Chethin Dai holy. The monkey came to a mountain full of house statues, sink in a snowstorm. Suddenly there was a brown monkey on the roof. To intimidate the little boy, he threw a peach at foe's head. It's made them come alive like a zombie. Turns out it's not a statue, it's the frozen corpses of evil monks. After taking them down, the boy chases after the dam, gives the brown monkey a fight. He knelt down and begged, but it turns out it's just a trick for the monkey. Then sneak! He didn't eat again, so he ran away with his slippers. The baby monkey chases Chase to an abandoned manor. Then a strange bird appeared and spoke. It has a bird body, but there's a red human head growing on her neck. I thought it was a demon, but it turns out that this bird is the land of this land, Lord of the Earth. He died and told the monkey to fly with him. Out here is the West, where there is the temple of the devil Esqui. He's a kid with yellow eyebrows. Followed Maitreya Buddha and stole two treasures from him. It's the yellow brain and the back pocket. You can lock everything up and then escape to the construction world. So Tathin and the temple of the sound. And pretend to be Buddha as Lay and call himself the Buddha's queen's eyelash. In the journey of the past, he locked up the monks and 3 disciples. They want to eat meat and replace their feet. With a wild desire to be a fairy, to become Sun Wukong Buddha, he was locked in a yellow brain. 8 people had to go to the house. Kim Long used a drill horn to save the Buddha without going out. Thanks to the help of Maitreya Buddha, Sun Wukong has defeated you. Then because of Maitreya Buddha's compasio, that you were forgiven and given a chance. Practice to atone for mistakes. Go back to the mythical black 500 years ago. He has been delivered to guard a relic that the saint left behind. Then he fled to the west. Keep doing the devil. At this time, the local master led the boy to a frozen lake. There's a temple in the middle. Under the ice of the lake, there's a creature that glows as brightly as dung. Volcanic lava is swimming down there. I don't know where it came from. A young master suddenly appeared in front of the temple. He looks too like the other pups, except for one bizarre point. The hands and feet are big, shaggy as an adult, who wears a yellow shirt and wearing red devil masks on his shoulders. So long as the monkey is dead and the children come to Harris, then open the cloth bag. Out of it flew a dragon, white as pearl. Looking at the only horn on the dragon's head, God knows right away that this is Kim Long. In the past, it helped the practitioner get rid of the silver braai. I don't know if this young master is the AI that can catch Kong. Kim Long put it in his pocket. It can be wrong. He was able to attack the boy like that. The small temple melts into snow and ice. Kim Long stretched. I'm going to grab this guy. But the baby monkey quickly moved aside. It comes back a second time, and this time the little boy was stabbed up in the air and threw it on the ground. That's Mr. King. Kim Long doesn't distinguish between right and left. Decided to take the life of God. The boy doesn't care anymore. That sloped the whole bravery. To defeat King Kim Long, the white dragon was give a blow to lie flat on the ground. The baby monkey uses self-determination, pinstripe body, and outspanking. In the end, King Kim Long must be defeated. White dragon soared into the sky. He was injured and fell into the lake. The fall broke the ice lake, dragged along the whole Kim Long and the monkey, falling into the deep water below. When the baby monkey creeps out of the water, curled up in exhaustion and full of injuries, that's when the brown monkey showed up. Behind it grew a pair of monstrous black wings, and not from the trick of flashing that opportunity to faint. Baby monkey. The servant of heaven wakes up in a dark limit log, full of hot pot bones. It's deep underground. Outside the limit beam is a money prayer wheel. It's called the chakra and it's spinning slowly. The baby monkey discovered this place is an area underground. It's called the World Suit. It's actually an arc-shaped prison with cells centered around the wheel of the sutra. After a certain amount of time, the wheel will accelerate its rotatio. It emits a kind of spooky energy to make prisoners in this world suffer. Shoes to the extreme. As we move up to the 3rd floor of the prison, the monkey discovered and defeated the enchantress. Go to the prison door. It's a baby called the Magikai. Has a body that emits a purple light. Then on top of the chakra, the boy continued to defeat the monster. Spinning wheel. It causes dark energy, incarcerating prisoners in the prison of the world. It's a singularly shaped beast. It looks like a reindeer, grows out a giant hornet from the roots of a rosary. After defeating it, the dark energy, hell is no longer working. The little boy continued on his way to the sound. Fight with the old queen. To leave the world, the little boy once again met the brown monkey. Freakish. He is now helplessly attacking the knight in shining armor. Before I was hungry to play chess inside a circle of fire. I saw the little boy. The brown monkey immediately turned a little angry, but hit the pair fairly. It can't eat the monkey again, and had to run away. The priest invited the boy inside the ring of fire to drink tea. He said that the monkey's name was Chao. Was once an item under the Sun Wukong, but after the great saint died, he left the flower and went out to be your uncle. Old monster. To help the faithful in the coming battle. The Taoist taught the monkey how to make a ring of fire. Like that, just draw a circle around it with a taper. We'll be able to stop the demons from entering. In the meantime, they can recover some of their power. After the Taoist disappeared, the monkey continues its journey forward. Suddenly he slipped down a long slope, leading to a flat, silent plateau, vast Snow White. I realized there was laughter in front of me. The baby monkey huddled into an observation corner. In the distance there's a girl in red Siamese, talking to a pair of giant golden braids. There's a guy locked in there. That's what she calls a marshal. This marshal is sweet and flattering. Little sister in red, help him get out. And also called Sun Wu is not big brother. He couldn't get the girl, so he has been messed up inside. It's a pair of brains, it's a binding sound. That terrible sound made the whole plane shiver. Shiver movement, and the ground seems to drift out towards the Great Lake. But it turns out that the whole plane, this vast expanse, is the back of a great giant turtle. It's been startled by brain noise, holding up the oars and pedaling the water towards the middle of the king's giant neck. It's like a roar. Grief in the cold lake water. The mysterious lady in red has discovered her presence of the little prince, and back to the fight. Then out! She is the embodiment of the dragon King Kim Long. In fact, this lady is King Kim Ching Quan, one of the 28 families. That's 28 constellations in the eastern sky, in the form of a white dragon. Before Kong, the Venus army was not the enemy of the divine death, so now in the no girl. Kong Kim, we can't beat our baby monkey. An angry Kong Kim transforms into a white dragon, decided to have a good time with the boy. The monkey immediately climbed on the back of the dragon and flew to the sky. Kim Long was beaten by a monkey with a stick. It was too painful to fall to the ground. Little boy dragon strawberry hand. It's driving its horn in the right place. The silver and gold brains that were holding the marshal. The silver brain splits in half, lying mango on the ground. Out from the inside comes a lover, brave scratching pins in the snow, a ferocious boar head with cool red eyes. Out of the silver brain. Come here. Surely the AI knows this marshal is the AI. Right, yes, is a former field marshal in Heave. With the name of the 8 worlds, the 2 disciples of Chetyen die holy. But in contrast to the monumental appearance, the atmospheric drama of this sky, 8 people walk out with the body of a pig. I still smell milk. Flirting hands and feet. The pig fell all over the ground. Then turned to laugh clown with fate servant. Mouth professed deity. He is Sun Wukong's disciple, not the ancestor of your little boy. But the old man is still young. Let the little monkey be called the master. Kick the tiger in the head, stretch Kim Long, are lying prostrate on the ground. But when she's wheezing, give her one. Then he shoved the hose inside. Leave the Venus army there. Fish. 8 kingdoms with the fate of the prince towards the head of the turtle. Urge the little boy to know. This turtle is the general. One of the 2 generals was Hien Thien Tran Vu. I want to help you catch the monster. When you get to the lake, Gui general, let them down and let out a miserable cry. The 8 returned to promise the turtle. I'm going to find my best friend. The general came back for him. But when your uncle gets there, I saw it. The serpent general is just a giant snake skeleton, out on the water. Seeing your soulmate is just a handful of bones. The general is on the carpet. A giant tear fell into the sea, full of sad fairies. He told the monkey to pick it up as a charm. Guardians go deep into the valley. 2 of my uncles caught a pea in the middle of the yard. A deserted temple. At first glance, he's very much like the little monk by the lake, but the blue and the divine are so different. The blue shirt is watching. Look at the belly of Foe. Buddha Maitreya statue on the mountain and said the navel of the statue is bizarre. Then suggest it. 8 kingdoms and heavenly beings try to admire the statues in this temple. Maybe we'll find a way forward. After meekly follow the suggestion, without seeing the way out, then you 8 exasperated people return to quarrel with the minor monk. Laughing big uncle. He said he didn't show you the way out. It's clearly in the belly of that Maitreya. When the blue shirt disappears, the 8 worlds also turned into the wind, chasing the baby monkey national walk up the mountain. Behind the navel of the Buddha statue, it turns out there's a tunnel to the other side of the canyon. Out of the tunnel, the monkey stumbled, fell into a cave at the foot of the mountain. It turns out there's an altar and a Buddha statue. A humanoid mutant with goat feet. I don't know where it came from. After a few rounds of fighting with the little boy, this stranger said, completed the task. Great sea give and disappear through a space gate. Like Doctor Strange. The snow on the ground. The cave vanished to reveal a watermelon field. I don't know where it came from. Little blue shirt suddenly appeared, suddenly the light of the watermelon cup. He even invited the boy to eat with him. Then the monk drew a word on the monkey's hand. I forbid to say that it was the old secret. Chechen Dai Sun Wu is not very fond of. It takes away the ability to use it. 70 to magic spells to gather energy for attacks, physical attack, for a certain period of time, as well as appearing. The monk suddenly disappeared with a guy laughing happily. When the angel comes out of the cave, I realized that the wind was very close. At the entrance to the temple, the monkey caught the dry color of a monk, wearing a shell made of white fox fur, to bring the little boy closer to have something to turn to. The story goes that once upon a time there was a schoolboy who went to the mountain to pick medicine. While resting by the tree, schoolboy came across a snow fox with white fur, trapped by hunters. Look at the snow fox. The heartfelt student must have saved him from the shallows. Then he couldn't bear to watch it trudge. It's freezing in the winter. So he took the fox home and bandaged it. Cure for it. He was so tired that the student fell asleep in the snow outside the window. The morning after waking up, he saw the snow fox. She turned into a girl with white skin, virgin with the temperament of a gentleman. He quickly 6 cabinets, let her cover herself with clothes. The time has passed. Double penetration. Day after day, we are together without leaving. The white fox has become a girlfriend. Fan my bamboo. Code with the schoolboy. Whatever comes must come. When both of them are on the outside, then actively come together with a love as beautiful as the land of the future. And then winter through spring comes autumn. The beautiful snow fox has fallen. Give him a son. You're lying. Boy grows up to be a youth sight. Sweet corn to auntie. While the father's history is being sharpened, more and more tons, the father decided to pray, and soon after honored the patriarch. Back home, a home with a dear wife. And the son was delighted to welcome. Time goes by so fast. When the student, there was another pair of twins. Long fun with his wife. But one day when he returned, he was horrified to see the house crumbling, full of blood and body. The twins are on the ground. In his eyes, the eldest son was dying. When you're eaten by a monster. It turned out to be the wife who turned out of the snow fox. How long have we lived together? The boy woke up and was shocked. Realize it was just a nightmare. You saved the snow fox. It just happened yesterday. I was terrified of what might happen in a dream. The student decided to act. Get rid of the poor snow fox. Fur as white as snow. It was made into a scarf by the student. You go back to your daily life. Day to day up the mountain to pick medicine and sharpen history. It's like nothing ever happened. Come back to the present. The snow tells the student. He retired years ago to practice in this mountain and ask the servant to exonerate. Under the snow, the baby monkey goes straight to the sub. In front of the temple gate, the boy caught a demon like a red flame. The 3rd generation was assigned to guard the temple. When you get close to it, now the archetype has become a very peculiar creature. It looks like 6 coats of 5 organs attached to 2 frog thighs. After defeating this lip lover, the baby monkey continues to move inside the subtleties. In a temple, the monkey found out the old schoolboy hurt the snow fox. Now he's the one. Great disciple of Queen Me Old Fuck. And he gave it a name. When I didn't see the snow, Death became extremely afraid over the years because of that. So he went to seek peace, but turned into a ghost when following the monster rise. The Prince of Wales is a real man. Very angry because the monkey threatened so afraid of breaking the honey. He was then defeated by the boy, end of a life of shame. Next, the baby monkey knocked down the great disciples of the old Kui. To get to the electricity itself, it's an interesting detail. When the Tang dynasty had for disciples, they were Wukong, enlightened energy, the white horse and the white horse. Then you have for great disciples the name of the Dharma is non-zero, impotent and impure. The baby monkey returned to the snow fox fur, free the soul of the fox. Then kick the door into the hall to confront the old Kui. In the main hall, he met the yellow-clothed monk at the lake. Then this is the monster. He took the form of Chong the Maitreya Buddha. The blue shirt is the real enemy. In front of the king is a monster. There are many statues. He said that he was a great disciple of Buddha D. Locks in Linso, he and a young monk. He is the beloved disciple of the Buddha as we often argue with each other about religion. Many fans bet with each other. But the Kim Zensu fell asleep and dropped a grain of rice. He was sentenced to 10 lives under the sun. To the 10th life became the 3rd Tibetan way to visit the sutras. 981 accidents. Then I returned to the land of Fashion. Huang Mai thinks, Kim's in death or sugar rising to stupid. Always believe the Buddha's words. What do I need to do when you can become a Buddha yourself? I use a yellow shirt to become the queen of the Buddha, to make the servant bow down. Of course the monkey understood that he was a demon. It's not a holy Buddha. Jump to attack. But I'm afraid our baby monkey is still too young. So it's like a yellow bee's tire. It's a little too late. Even if I hurt my father a little. But he was caught in his scheme. My emperor tossed the treasure bag up and tell the boy, let's go in there and practice for enlightenment. The bag opened all the way to the sky. The baby monkey tried to resist, although there are attempts, but it doesn't work, and then he sucked it into the back pocket. From the mouth of the queen's mouth, he glowed inside. Satisfied, I watched the Prince of Heaven fall to the bottom of his reunited pocket with the 8 kingdoms there. I was motivated by too much passion, chasing the shadow of the blue boy, mythological that was captured alive by you. At this time the ends are communicating with the brown-chained monkey. Code is mostly in its familiar environment. It's much stronger, and he's training for the Marshal of Heaven. With the participation of God's people, the 8-year-old is associated with my son against the chain of cow. Even if it gets my queen's pocketbook, the corn monster, for the unimaginable power. Standing in front of the monkey of fate doesn't last long. After 3 rounds of fighting, the brown monkey had to drop the sword, and he was pressed down by the little boy with a shield. I saw the ugly curved sword of the chain. Our baby monkey, pick it up and firmly swing the sword. Cut down. Finish off. The brown monkey betrayed the painted fruit flower. But right at the mouth of the big, Huangmai has broken the magic to intervene, turning the baby monkey into the shape of a chai. He put his hand in his pocket, grabbed the little boy, in the shape of a brown monkey mini versio, lift out, and put the baby monkey on top of the chart, like a toy. The Buddha statues up there come to life and start attacking the faithful. While the old Ma, the hell is standing outside preaching the Dharma. The queen lost him. God's people do not let their ears continue to throw knives at the Buddha statues. You're so mad you have to get into this picture. Fight the monkey in person. He said that the Buddha's path. Learning to follow the Buddha as lay is outdated. Nothing has to suffer. Keep the precepts, human mind, and experience reincarnation to achieve the result itself. The Dharma of my emperor. Encourage people to satisfy their desires, because that's what human nature is. There is no need to intervene, but to encourage, and desire to find the right way. Live according to nature, happy to suffer. When you finally reach happiness, it is also the time of enlightenment. The boy heard such words. It doesn't fall through your ears, but focuses 10 parts of your energy fall off your hands. He doesn't understand why he's been practicing for 1,000 years. You can lose to the new 10 pair. He opened the gate in the painting and ran out. It turned out to lead to the lake of ice. Before, the young man once fought a white dragon. Kim Lon the native also flew to park on the roof of the temple, follow the queen with her bare feet. Running away on the frozen lake, the ice broke, causing him to drop below, and got bitten by something. It was not until this time that the Maitreya Buddha appeared, that this lying disciple had the guts. He stole the treasure and turned into you to cause trouble. The commandos flew in with their backpacks, returned to Maitreya Buddha, but the 8 worlds don't respect the top down. Put one in your head for the crime. Let the disciples walk in this way. Humble Buddha Maitreya apologizes and borrows you. The old man's claw turned into a fishing pole. He dropped the bait line into the water and caught the goldfish. There's up to 10 twinkling tails. I think this is one of the 6 that have been stolen. Old monster occupied. That air is envy. Represents the nose of the great Saint Che, Wukong. The story goes that there was a poor fishing village on the coast. One day people happened to I caught a sea monster, mysterious shape, and bring it ashore. The villagers didn't know what to do with it. The sea monster used its own nails, cut into my flesh. Strangely enough, the wound spilled out, not blood. It's all pearls and jewels. As the villagers huddled to see the strangeness, the sea monster uses its scales, treatment for sick children. The saliva it spits out turns the old ladies, ugly women into wonderful women. The sea monster even spales the rain to the wind. Help the fishermen here. Oh, long after, the monster has become a god, hide and be worshipped by the people. In return, it made the small fishing village rich. The first thing to do is to distribute the treasure. Let the government do the most justice. But where does a heartbroken person come from? Greed makes blinds. Who rushed up with a knife to cut the water monster to get more treasure? Mountains of pearls pouring out from the wound. It drove the crowd crazy. Go to fight for it. It doesn't stop there despite the government's inhibition. They're going to tear up the monster to get more treasure. More in that hysteria. The army was powerless and finally, according to the commoners, tore apart the sea monster. The monks spread their mouths. Namu Bridge recollection of the picked up the treasure and put it in his pocket. Lord Buddha is revered by the villagers every day. They have been cut to death. Rich village idiots become destitute every day. There's only one body of water left in the middle of the beach. Then this monster is the reincarnation of you. I want to bet with Kim. Is the previous life of the rising road. Just to prove my point about desire. The nature of man is evil. That's why he deliberately created this opportunity to win. Kim Zen has always believed in the goodness of human beings. My father was very happy to win. And Kim Zen master only said with that fixation on defeat, brother is both laughable and pitiful. For cheeks with white hair, Two babies are on their way to carry the box. Busun's gift to wish her happy birthday. Spider web and silk table cave. I don't know. The 8 kingdoms and the heavens are hiding in the ark, but in the middle of the road, they were suddenly beaten to death. The old man and his servant went out. The killer was a woman in uniform. Charcoal purple. Escape one that has disappeared somewhere, for plotting to hide in the tribute box to break eye. It was broken and my 2 uncles had to disguise themselves into 2 little pigs to blend in. A horn-headed monster holding a lantern. Welcome to old master and his servant, wishing the owner a cup of wine. But suddenly the door slams shut on both of you. Because a woman has discovered their true identity is the fate of the servant and the 8 years ago dared to hurt her mother. This lady is 2 ladies. The second daughter of the Queen of Spiders. I knew I'd exposed my 2 uncles. He played cards with 2 ladies. The 2 girls didn't just show up. It's a giant hairy spider. They decided to eat the eyes of the 8-year-old. The 2 women used the gas. He shot a needle in the head. However, it seems that the VI is still poor, so that trick doesn't work. The 8 precepts in the old days hid Sun Wukong's shadow. I can't believe how. And now he's just a little errand boy. Children of the Holy Spirit. The old man was pierced in the right place where self-pity was angry. Chasing 2 girls. The young man rushed Theo inside. I just saw a hole. Deep below the ground? Think about it. The baby monkey jumps off and falls into a net. Giant spider. The moon is ready, just waiting for the fools to enter the spider's den. In a condition where the limbs are glued together by spider silk, the monkey can't move. From a distance, a spider finds a delicious bite, straight to the fangs for the little boy. I saw my mother too. God's people, wake up. I found myself lying on a bamboo bed, around for seats. So much so that the boy thought the spider bite. It's just a dream. I don't know what magical force saved me. Monkey out of the box. Poisonous spider. He stepped outside and realized that this place is a ratchet. Acupressure of 7 female spider lovers. Years ago when the road rose, it fell into the hands of 7 women, and their great CA is the Demon 100 Labels Ghost Army. At that time, the road rose in excitement. Please eat vegetarian food and be arrested by 7 female lovers. Ignorance does not come to the rescue. But 7 girls were bathing in the stream. It's coming to 2010s. You can't beat a woman and give it to her. 8 worlds old harem girl turned into a catfish. They showered and were discovered and arrested after burning the silk table. For teachers and students went to the ho-ho and fall into the trap of the 100 labels. You're the twin of spider lovers. They caught 7 sisters and call on the 100 labels to exchange hostages. But he's hungry for sugar. The death of his 7 sisters. Then Wukong is not thanks to the Lamb Bodhisattva in Mount Tuva. She brought the gold, trained in the eyes of his son. It's the Japanese crown, one of the 28 stars in the sky, and capture the enchanted army. The silk table is the center of the goblins, spiders and the descendants of 7 sisters who loved spiders in the past. Spiderwebs and silk cocoon. Inside hatched the weirdo lovers. Among them, the boy met a completely different man. With the rest of the kids, this weird cocoon blooms out as centipede. There are 8 hands called soloists. However, the young prince is strong, so after a few rounds, he had to run away. Don't forget to meet the monkey again when you get off the ground. Then the boy met a hermit. Looking at the moon in a star, the little temple noticed his monkey. Just took the dagger, threw it at him, and Lao came to claim the debt. Not in the old days with Wukong. In the old days in the city, there's an old fortune teller who acts like a god. It's called the goalkeeper, because he points out to the fishermen in the city. We caught a lot of fish in the river. So Ha Long Vuong Glass disguised as a priest came to see if it was raining. And extreme. If you guess wrong, someone will come and destroy your store. The Dragon King is confident that he is in charge. It's raining here, so the goalkeeper judges Sao. He did the opposite and won. After the goalkeeper said it would rain at no. The next day the Dragon King came back. I thought I won. Then he received the decree of heaven for the rain. Just as the fortune teller said. He refused to lose the Dragon King, who ignored the Then he was condemned by heaven. You yourself have been branded as such. The family is locked. Water rights in the region. The sons of King Ha Long. You have to hide to escape. Chu D3 tribes, and the hermit is fighting their baby monkey. I am the golden dragon. Chief male of Ha Long Vuong Glass. The boy must go to the rest. Call 500 brothers to ship to a container of incense. We just got him. After being defeated, the Lord said after that event, the 4 cousins came by the fortune teller himself. Help to hide. But you just told me to hide for a while. I've lived my whole life and sacrificed for me. It is the responsibility of the dragon. But the 4 brothers refused to surrender their lives to heaven, so I divided everyone up. Turns out, little yellow dragon turned into a tattoo. The old man wearing the mysterious lake. I helped the monkey at the beginning of the journey. And this guy is no different. That's the old fortune teller. Little Emperor Long has already formed a golden dragon. City goalkeeper. I advised him not to be stubborn. Running away from fate, the golden dragon was transformed into his dagger tree. Go serve the monkey, heaven and destiny. I've noticed that this silk table is very dangerous, for fear of the danger of the urge. So the boy hurried to the village. The business of lovers. Spiders on the way in. Love to see the mysterious purple lady before. Even if you don't know, but this young lady is quite friendly. It's just a place to hide. Hide birthday gifts, love spider. Let the baby monkey take the treasures. The second time we met at the bar, he meets a strange monster with a strange appearance. The hand looks at the mirror in the hand. It's mysterious, so the monkey stole it. My angry hand rushed to steal it back. Thanks to the appearance, timeliness of the little lady purple, the monkey beat it. She even shot Spider-Man like Spider-Man. Pin the monster to the ground. Make a bridge for the monkey to cross. I can't even thank you. The girl disappeared like a wind. But very quickly the monkey met the mysterious girl again. This in a manner. The little girl is trying to tear the spell to seal a stupor. But the spell stopped it. So the mysterious purple girl gave in and disappeared. Remember the girl who helped me? So the servant took off the charm for her. It's strange that the monkey, you can hold it without any pain. Purple dress girl. And just a moment later, she knew the true nature of the girl. This mystery of walking through a water gap on the rock. The monkey got outside. Spider lover's manor. Below the two ladies who are releasing the ending. Foolish Theo as a sinner. In the yard of the other two sisters. The lady is waiting. Suddenly replaced the purple girl before. It turned out to be the four ladies, daughter of the spider goblin. They are leading 8 precepts inside to celebrate the ceremony of becoming the middle of the year. The sisters showed him, and love has a deep grudge. Deep together a long time ago. For so long, she is always looking for the 8 worlds to create, even if you are ugly old. The 4 girls didn't care that even though they were close to him, leave it, their fate is still tied to the mountains. This table can't leave half a step. However, the old lady told me to please my old mother this time. For a word of hospitality, the 2 ladies guess. It's just to smoke. Spirit from the sky, the marshal to prolong the life of the mother. She said she gave it back. 8 precepts for the lady to control as a soulless person to land mother's room. There is an old voice from inside. I've been waiting for you for hundreds of years. Heaven Palace is still a place where people can't live in peace. You are good to be with me. Love, of course. Old spider commands the girls to light the lamps. Party to the body. The little boy was stunned. Recognized the spider demo. She is one of the 7 spider sisters. Years ago. Decided not to stop. For love of spiders suck the fairy air. Become a dry corpse. The boy found his way down the mountain into the manor. But around the 4 sides of silence. Surprise you. 8 prepositions in the wedding room. Come out with scary looks and cool red eyes. To fight with the little boy. Or daring to disrupt his wedding night. Fight for a while. The old man let go. Scratching hands with writhing head. It's like being in terrible pain. And then it turns into the wind that flies away. The boy chased the urge to a large mud puddle. The old man mourned that her tears had dried up. The stream also turned to mud. This place used to be a stream. Where old you turned into a catfish. Swim to stalk 7 spider goblin sisters bathing. I was forced to fight with my uncle. But the boy was determined to fight. Let's start a fight for Raw. Remember who I am. The 8 are rolling in the mud. And then there's a giant ventriloquist. And then used 36 magic spells, transformed into a catfish made of mud. He was finally defeated by the monkey, and returned to the form of a cute pig messy all stick. Suddenly the golden mirror that the baby monkey picked up from the hand monster, out of my pocket. It flies in front of the 8 worlds. Make him look in there. At first he was still in the area, but you also have to look in the mirror. There's a silhouette of a handsome man. Elegant flower moat. 8 people were stunned by how they looked in the past, when he was a field marshal. How long have you forgot? Out of truths had came a bright gold needle. So that's what the 2 girls shot in the head. The old man when fighting, it is also the cause of the end. Become a soul loser. At that moment, a tuft of silk came down from above. The 8 precepts. Pull Theo up. The monkey also rushed to chase. But a guy, you're hiding inside because you hear people talking out there. The old man is He was loved by spiders. I caught her and I'm talking to her. The story is extremely astonishing. When I found out that this spider eater was the wife of True, the 8 worlds are out. It all started with the 8 precepts. Banished to Earth by teasing Hang Nga. Back in the day when I was a field marshal, Old Ma was secretly in love. The thief remembers a fairy god who is the thunder chimpanzee. That's the Cai goddess of the moon, and the owner of the moon palace. Once in a while, follow her. That the marshal of heaven accidentally hit a girl. Russia goes in the opposite direction. Russian is not the name of a specific person. It's the names of the maids. Taiyin chimpanzee on the moo. This Russian girl had his eyes and fell in love with the field marshal. But he didn't know. They chase after the shadow, tie-in chimpanzee with a hopeless one-sided love. Then suddenly he discovered that the thunder had stole, dating the mysterious white-haired male. The game doesn't tell us who this is, but I was dimly. Guess your brother's true identity. This white hair. If you know, drop a comment below. The thing is revealed to make the Sky Marshal immediately falsely accused of teasing change and then banished to the ceiling as a pig demo, carrying a broken heart, when the person he loved falsely accused. However, I didn't expect to have a daughter. He volunteered to follow me to Earth, to be on the side. That's the Russian woman. He had to chase you before. Tai-Yin Tenru. When he knew he was exiled to work demon pigs, volunteered to follow, but she misheard the word pig. The word spider means spider. I was mistaken for a spider monster. In the journey of the past, he saw 7 girls bathing in the water, turned into a catfish to steal. And when you see the goblins, Violet Spider among the 7 sisters love spiders, you and me immediately recognize and generate feelings to make an appointment with each other. Whether it's a pig and a spider to Marshall, and Russia in Heave, they don't care. We only know each other in love. However, at this time, the 8 precepts were disciples of the way, and she's one of the demons who tried to eat her master. So he decided to spare their lives, and then continue to visit. Appearance abandoned change look purple spider, but it's really about protecting her. Back to reality. Now the spider. The spider reminded me of the old days. After the 4 Tang monks left, 7 sisters who love spiders have been permanently sealed in the silk table. Purple spiders by all means survive, even eating 6 sisters just to stay alive. I hope to see you again one day. 8. An old uncle. It was their brother, the 100 Eyes Magic Army. Because of meat greed sugar increases. This caused trouble for the 7 sisters, but the purple spider still protects you, because he gave her a treasure. Help students to this day to meet the 8 kingdoms. Even though my hair is white, snow on the top of the mountain. Old you, I figured it was one of the 6 great saints. And ask where it's hidden, but purple spiders rage. I think there are 8 worlds. I always valued that monkey more than her. For many years, purple spiders have maintained life in every way. I hope to see you again someday. Old you, it's going to be a body, it's the nature of spiders. I will eat my partner right after the wedding. However, for a reason she didn't last night. A little spider crawled out of Siam of purple spiders and turned into a lying little girl. The old man shouted to ask the purple spider who this girl was. And why is that the cause? Purple spider, spare my life. But right then the purple spider discovered that the Prince of Heaven was listening. Should stop immediately. My daughter ran to call her sisters. And then there's the spider love. Because of the old feud with Sun Wukong, no, she decided to chew on the monkey's head. Because our little boy is too strong. So the purple spider can't touch a single hair. Your feet. The purple spider used silk to escape and drive away the spider soldiers. It's like a pink waterfall that engulfs everything. The wind is still tied up, but urged. The angel quickly chased the purple spider to reclaim the Wukong relics. I don't know, purple spiders won't hurt you. So the monkey chases after her. The spider cascade made the rock slide rock. Follow the fate of the fallen below. The young man identified this fan as logged out of the server. Create a new ACC. Suddenly a spider's web came down. He grabbed the monkey and saved its life and pulled it up. The boy was surprised, because I thought the 4 girls were once again coming to the rescue. But not! The one who pulled him back up was a lover. Purple spider, but then she also hurried away. Without further explanation, it makes most kids confused, doubting human life. Little boy Zhao, around and recognize above the silk table. This is Huang Ho Dao, the abode of the Demon 100 Labels Ghost Army. Tin Muscle, meet the lone player Taoist, 6 hands at the bottom of the cave. It was lost by the monkey, only 4 hands left. In this rematch, the Taoist was very angry for being cheated by some guy. Germplasm in cocoon. X to achieve the Phi ascended to the fairies. After being defeated by the monkey for the 2nd time, this guy's too bitter about being cheated. He showed the boy the way to the mountain of death. Lies in a painting on a cliff. He told the monkey to find the treasure. From the name that tricked him, God enters the picture. And through the mountains of death and so in legend, that's where the Bhikkhu Bodhisattva lived in the past. Helped Wukong not defeat the 100 Eyes Magic Army. I came across a talking snake. It says a powerful demon. They occupied the mountain and hurt her husband. Following the instructions of the serpent, God's people go up the mountain to defeat the scorpion demon, claiming to be the enemy of the king. He's the one who cheated the Taoist, and also the one who harmed the serpent girl's husband. Then the monkey came to the manor on the top of the mountain, her old abode snake. In the middle of the mountain, a strange, egg-wrapped object. It looks disgusting. Out of it hatched a chicken with a 2-horned bull's head. It's able to summon blood. And in this spooky light there's a multiplier of powers. After defeating it, the snake girl at the foot of the mountain appeared in the form human head Pytho. The serpent said that this monster was the Japanese crown, son of Bhikkhu Lam Bodhisattva. He was killed by the enemy king. turn into a monster. Another detail related to the white dragon, Kim Tenshin Tinkui. Then she secretly loved the Japanese crown master. So when you're caught in your pocket, the angel came to the rescue. It was locked in there. Then I was subdued by you. The snake girl also said the billion lamb bodhisattva was murdered. Her right arm fell into the silk table. Turn into a monster. The hand has a golden mirror. The snake girl told the boy to take out the needle. The two girls stuck it in the head. 8 kingdoms that it is the treasure of the Japanese elite. So you helped use his spirit to restore it. The power of gold. Leaving the mountain of death through the gate through the air, the little boy continued to find his way to the royal residence. The baby monkey saw the old fortune teller, the goalkeeper, are leisurely playing. He told me to advise you. Don't get too deep into love. That led to the tragedy of the purple spider. Huang Ho Taoist. The monkey met a talisman. It's like the one that the 4 ladies tried to remove from the silk table. Then the servant took off the spell. The tower collapsed. A strange character. It has a hand-shaped head and wings on the back. Descended from the sky. Give the monkey a fight. Then this person is the king in heaven to punish the monkey for taking off all their charms. Another celestial authority in the form of a crane appeared to stop the spirit king. It hurts your rotten monkey. From life to life. Disobey the order of he. Then out the spells. That seal protection. Spiders and 100 labels magic army. Do not leave the mountains. The governor also said. For the crime of daring against Heave. So he took the 4 ladies back to practice fairies. Make fun of the little boy when he goes to Heave. I'll give you a piece as a souvenir. And soared up into the sky and disappeared. Burn this debt into the heart of heaven. The prince walked to the golden flower field, also known as Huang Ho Taoist. Their love, purple spider is please help brother Bok I ghost army. And the girls are kneeling next to the 100 eyes. Scolded the purple spider master for setting up the battle map. The Dharma. It can't even do the job. Just because soft heart cannot afford to eat all pigs ate that world to prolong life. He said he reached out his hand to recover the relics of the great holy Che. In the purple spider saw the painful body. The 2 women stood up to protest. I know when to take it out. Then you won't live very long. Well, the other sisters, I only know how to look at the 100 eyes magic the relic army back into you. They also smoke always at the same time. The essence of the purple spider inside. He showed up as a goblin. There are hundreds of eyes. Now the spider sisters are awake. Go out and start attacking again. Ghost labels have their help. The prince of heaven shot to decide to fight for the relic. After a few fights, the monkey damned for the 100 labels ghost army into centipedes. The purple spider was also separated from him. The 5 spider sisters. She was crying because she knew she was dying. I didn't realize that the 4 ladies were in heaven. Take away the old man. From a distance watching that scene and caught the eyes of little spider girl 6. The lady is looking back. I didn't say, but surely anyone can guess. This girl is the old lady's daughter and she. Violet spiders, look at that. 8 people shed tears. Still determined to turn around. The purple spider's wife laughed at the last minute. That you are like me. They're both stupid. Today. One PC. One PC. One PC. On the side, the destiny of death also recovered the 4th of the 6. Wukong's apartment. It's called the American Tongue. In the year of the Red Lotus. Fire Dia Mountain is an 800-mile-wide mountain range with a dwindling fire burning day and night. There is no grass growing, and any AI through it gets burned. But it's the place of the tablet, princess of the cobra. One of 8 of them. That's 8 sentient species according to Buddhism. Right now, God and Goddess people are faced with love. Ghost. I don't know where it came from to disturb this place. Interactive little boy battles. Physics back and forth with a wild boar. Very sung. I later found out it was an underdog. Niu Ma Vuong. Sun Wu's brother does not crawl. The general said the enemy had used 5 chariots, harassing this place to force the cow. The demon king must hand over the relics of the great saint. Then this place was handed over to him. After destroying 2 trains, the boy caught a talking fox. Captured by ghosts. After being freed by the divine, the fox is a small lake. My name is Vase. She's the youngest daughter of King Mayu. The old man was angry and scolded the little tiger for his tricks. Because of the Mayu king and the princess, there's only one son. It's a baby Rose. a fearless pitcher hiding behind the boy's back. He said he was the son of the devil, with the concubine Princess Jewel, which is a crystal lake living in Van Cave. It has been 8 worlds, killed during a trip to the west. Early orphaned, but the bottle was set. I love a princess like you and take it home. He was there when the red child returned from Kuan Yin Mountain. The whole family of Fur had a long time, happy together. The little girl and her baby brother were always close. Ka is always in the afternoon to please my little sister. Like a short joy without a gang. When the Mayu King was put under guard, one of the 6 saints, the child has recently turned to the old disciples. Attack his father to take that relic. The princess was also imprisoned in the palace. Escape picture out. They were captured by these lovers. 8 people think this story is ridiculous because the new Ma King and the princess are very strong. How can I be subdued by pink babies? Peace only says that no parent can stand up to their children. At that time from the mountain, echoing the tragic sound of the new Ma King. For fear of your safety, that the controversy was shut down. Left 8. The world gives the destiny of a parasite. Keep it tight inside. Then it turns into the wind. Go ahead and look at the situation. And the vase also incarnated into a small lake to take a detour to heave on the other side of the mountain. Tell me the reason. This mountain is burning. For 1,000 years. It's also Sun Wukong. 5 once upon a time when the heavenly noise knocked down the furnace, the monster of Taishang Lao Quan fell here, burning the mountain. It is from this fire that the red child has formed 3 feet of fire. Only to be a fan of the Princess Blade set and water in the pure water bottle of Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. It can be extinguished. To overcome the flame of the red child, the vase led the boy to the entrance to Tu Van Palace, where she lives, close to Baro Ba Fa. At that time she remembered Ra had an old friend here, said Tablet Princess. So I went ahead and asked this guy for help. When the little boy ran to Tu Van Palace, I heard the people talking inside. At this time, it's a parasite. Give it to me before it worked. It helps the young man transform himself into a cicada. He flew into the palace to spy on the people there. Peace is praying. Plate setting Len Fan be a pepper. But she shouts again, suspecting that the cub is concocting. Connect with your brother Red, because the 2 cousins are very close. Every cry of peace is unshakable, moved by Grandma screaming, the one you asked for help. On the contrary, she was suspicious. This man is the god of fire. But they have a very special identity. She is the sister of the princess. He studied with the old army. Also because of careless supervision, so that Wukong does not break down the kill. He was sent to Earth as a god. I was asked to borrow a fan, but the fire god has his own agenda. He thought that the cow. Did the Demon King receive the Wukong relic? They're just using them to make stones. Lining line. In the service of some conspiracy of a greater power, to dominate all. But it is a sign that God's people have come to claim the power of not God at the right time, when the truth about the body of the red newly exposed. It started 1,000 years ago, when Sun Wukong didn't make a fuss. New Ma King has been very helpful. As a result, Wu was not imprisoned under the Marble Mountain. The Mayu King must also be punished. Detention in Hodium so. His wife is a princess. Forced to drink river water. Mother to carry a baby. This kid is not a mule. Clothes of the princess labs. It's not a Taurus monster like the Mayu King. It's a child of the Nat tribe. It's one of 8 of them. It's like the human race, the demon race, and so on. That species is extinct. So this baby is the only descendant left. Because of the red skin that's characteristic of the macaw. It's called the pink child. It means the red baby. So the baby Hong is the stepson of the tablet, and the vase is the stepson of the Mayu King. They still love each other as a family, and the true origin of the pink child, it was hidden until a while ago. Read more about Fire God. Outwardly, he was exiled to the earth. But the truth is, according to Master's orders, Senior Army, underground protection for setting and raising red baby. But I don't know why. Thai Senior Army give birth to a baby to restore this race. Until a little while ago, the red child discovered that truth. It betrayed the Mayu to take over the heir of Wukong. No revenge for the musketeers. Let's go back to the current situation at Tu Van Palace. Fire DM Sun God that their families again taken advantage as a stepping stone for the revival of Wukong. Time is also revealed. I have been in love with the princess for a long time. I want to save her from this disaster. Very quickly, Granny screams well out face is a place that invites Fire DM Sun God. The vase loudly advised the mother. He was immediately enchanted by the fire. Go somewhere else. He's in a state of happiness. When the sister yelled back, the feeling was startled. Because of the princess's hand, turned out to be a bump. Healthy Muppet cute me. Turns out this person isn't a real yeller. It's because Chu ate disguised as a joke. Fire DM Sun God. The urge also whistled for the fate of the servant of heaven. It's time to bring the curtain down. My hometown is my hometown. Because my heart is deeply wounded. Fire DM Sun God used water from the bow. The sky doesn't turn out to be a big lake. At the same time, take out of the 8 gold raw a clean fish. The tank is called yin yang. Drop it down there. Maybe it's because there's wormwood at the bottom or something that this yin and yang fish has swelled to become a giant fisherman. Should have been ignored, but because of the hunger urge, so the little boy was also willing to make it into a dish. Catfish sashimi, serving Uncle Fire. DM Sun was powerless to recover the lake. Can pay. The two of you are back in the palace. We both ran to the foot of the mountain. See you in the bottle. The vase is holding the fan BA of the blade. Princess, she said she probably didn't want to fight her son. So I left the fan BA pepper and left. Then thanks to the 8-step barrier, help ball spikes rolling to freehand use fan BA pepper. Fire extinguisher 3-foot dust. Maybe it's a little hard because to believe the BA pepper fan is her magic. But the pitcher says he's learned. The spell controls it. For the part of the 8 kingdoms who threw themselves to stop the ball and roll down the cliff together. The bottle immediately ran to the father's health end. He told me that God had come to save me. But love, the Demon King only laughed bitterly and said that even though you know you're not his daughter. On the lips of the vase smiled shrewd, and began to appear in a group of chew. Red as blood, this is not a vase. It's the fake baby Hong. Transformed into my sister. It's all in his scheme to get the amnes. Benefit Wukong. Pink baby is very upset. But to this day the king is determined. Keep that relic for my brother. Even though it caused the Fire DM Sun to fall into instability for a long time. We value brothers more than family. Make him angry. They decided to destroy God's people to torment the Mayu King. It uses a fire lance with divine fire. 3 feet of fire, with 36 magical powers. To be personally drawn, Fire DM Sun got taught Cho. However, the VI seems to be poor. They quickly get caught. Our baby monkey bang for a fight. I remember watching the monkey beat him like that. But Mayu is still a mercy. Turn to God and pray. To spare the life of a child who is not your blood. It comes out of the stomach. Wukong does not pay for the servant. He was afraid that it would fall into the hands of the child. Something bad will happen to him. But it's not a pity that the treasure. God's hand came out to take the relic. Contains the air, representing the body of the great holy Che. It's called love body, which means full body. Suddenly a red light flashed by, to steal the relic. Then out. The red child has only faked death to deceive the Mayu King. Release the relic. The one who helped him was the fire god DM Sun with a talisman. Fake death baby pink swallow relic in the stomach. Thanks there. He has a part of the power of the Holy Spirit. It's transformed. Become the king of the race, and the thorns grow on him. Molten lava. 8 gender. This time the ball of thorns has also been solved. And return to the battle with the destiny. Mouth scold old Even buffalo. Your child can't teach. Let him take your place, give him a fight. Was touched by Lao King to grab. The little boy knows he's mad. It should be, let's play Cho with you guys. Angry for deep reasons. Maybe it's because of its room in line. I don't know why it was destroyed. However, he fought alone with both God and God. The 8 worlds should touch the king. He was quickly defeated by his 2 brothers. I'm going to try to give it one. Forced to vomit his relics. Was blown out the back by a strong wind. At this point the real killer appeared. Apologize to your husband for this late rescue. Then he turned to me and asked me to spare his life. It is the only remaining blood vessel of the wild. Massage in the West Thin Tai. The princess will be punished instead of the red child. He assured them that the whole family would stay in the mountains. Practice not leaving half a mile. He even knelt down and offered a fan of 8 precepts to pray for their son's life. However, pink comedy. It's a shame to be on my knees like that. It's wobbly. The island stood up and fanged to kill itself. Then the princess came down, while the old man spoke. The dreary sound across 800 miles of fire DM So. What a sad ending for a whole family. Bad luck chased them, ever since the day the old Ma, fraternal bond with Wukong. Oh, for choosing the wrong side of the Wukong not boisterous that he himself is damned. My wife was forced to give birth to a child that was not her own. By mother and son river water. Too ashamed of my husband. That set the princess tablet. He then voluntarily separated to marry his wife. Maybe it's the glass. Princess face mask. When you are quiet, you are on the way to ask for a fa. In the end, the wife was not fooled and humiliated. The second wife was beaten to death by the 8. The boy was captured by the Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. The whole family then reunites. But the calamity is coming down when the Neo was forced to keep the Wukong relics. It doesn't cause an excuse today. So she yelled and the baby hated the saint. It's not that there's no reason. I don't know when the new destiny will be. I'm joking about this stupid old lady's family again. Let's go back to the old battle with Yangqian. That Chetin died. The saints were defeated. It was at the top of the mountain. It's not just Yangqian, but with the help of the great dark demons. King Feng, my old man fuck, 100 magic army labels, and also Niu Ma, the great saint. I don't know why the ghosts. This king has heard the order of heaven against Sun Wukong. However, after that, each king is divided by heaven to guard a relic. To obtain the power of the great saint, private love Lord Ma, for the sake of destroying the body, it's about giving the relic a symbol for the body of the great saint. Another fact is that before Sun Wukong, the president has told brother, don't use it. I don't know what that means. 6 things are not over. The truth about Sun Wukong's death, 5 old, has planted in the heart of heaven a doubt. Especially the heavenly thing. Used the 5 kings to share too. The Wolf beats the saint. Monkey, I decided to investigate the facts. By coming to ask the guilty. Yangtian was lost by Buddha. Yangtian is hiding at the top of my sun mountain. Little boy threw the fresco, painting in the tower, to travel through the air to my soul. Now Yangtian and puppies playing together by the fire. I felt the presence of God's people. 2 werewolves immediately carry 3 knives. And also said that actually years ago, it was not that he beat the Holy Spirit to death. It's because the sky is high and I'm a Buddha. It is only wisdom. It can't kill itself. I don't understand anything yet. Yangtian rushed into the attack. The little boy has to stretch himself. 7-7-49 rounds, the 2-lane god said. Not very happy fighting today. With the little boy. Follow him to the world of drinking for 3 days and then nights. Great were 300 rounds for orgasm and turned into a bird of prey. Fly to the sky. The baby monkey also has to transform into a pheasant. Red fly Theo. While flying, these 2 gods suddenly turned around. Back to use 3. The sword and the sword. Beating the baby monkey that dropped its paw at the foot of the mountain. Together, the 2 of you transform into a lion. And the lion BAI's giant. The 2 gods gritted their teeth. It's been a long time since there was a destiny. It's so strong that it can make him this hard. He thought this was WWE. Dante tell me to remember you every day. However, the baby monkey was trampled. To one side makes Yangshai ill sulk. OT fight anymore but expel the for great king's rod monkey. To continue. No more playing in this country. That the monkey damn for the 4 great kings. See you always. Who said the head of the game dared to play dirty beat the old council here? Multiplanetarium king holding the blue umbrella. He broke his parachute and fought. Always in person. The king of heaven has a dragon wrapped in his hand. The boy used the dragon. Put a rope around you and punch you. Both humans and dragons. Then turn 2. Pull out the jade ring behind the growth. The king chooses. Finally lice. The king of heaven holds her. Was transformed into Kwang Le by the baby monkey. It's a show for your grandmother. Some even break the guitar. Then sub. Death has turned. Continue to resolve grievances with 2 conscience. He laughed. I like to say it helped. Helped to the end. And rushed in to continue fighting the monkey. After being beaten by the monkey, Cho broke to bars and injected with a knife. The 2 gods are millions. There was a fire knife as a weapon. Meanwhile, the little boy only has a bow, so he knocked him down. Spicy nose on the monkey kicked the ground. It's a 1,000-years-old tree, weighing thousands of pounds, ripening 81 miles as a weapon. Choduong Thi beat a fight like you beat me. And also by that, the monkey is great. A mountain thrown at 2 god eels. He laughed and cut the mountain in 2. But I suspect it's just a trick. From behind the rock, just been cut off. The little boy appeared to punch 2 god eels a punch. See you always. As far away as Vietnam, you can hear the sound of the deck. The 2 deities of Yangtian are now defeated, and the appearance returned to life flat at the top of my sun mountain. The young man picked up the tree and injected the knife, avenged to the Holy Spirit. But suddenly in Yangtian's third eye, a stream of memories spilling outward. That year at the top of the mountain. It's not Yangtian's final act. It's all just a play that the Venerable didn't make. Forever bound by her Kim ring. So the great saint asked Yangtian to destroy this body. Leave the power in 6 units and sig memories in Yangtian's third eye. Just that way, you can escape the bondage of the ring. You are attached to this body. Yangtian is supposed to help Sun Wukong, not the enemy. So how long have I misunderstood you? Please get my BA hours to integrity. Attached with the sorry form. Mr. Yangtian. To integrity to hand over the tree. Injecting his dagger for the destiny of the prince. At the same time, he also pushed the monkey out of the mountain. The future is back in the real world. Identify your goal. It is the 6th heir of Che. The Holy Spirit stayed where he died. At the top of the flower. 2 uncles and the fate of the 8 kingdoms. When I turned around, I saw the gods. The army occupied this place. Who is guarding the entrance to the flower? The hand of the Spirit King. But before that, I took you to heaven to practice ninning. This rematch, the little boy has got 5 of the great saints. Stronger than many kings. The I can't eat again. So I yelled at the baby monkey flying into the sky. To drop to the ground. The little boy who was turned over went out behind and broke his neck. Your spirit stops breathing. But the baby monkey forgot that he was flying in the sky. So now we're both falling to the ground. The boy is still praying. Be sure to log out this time. EXT life appointment create new. Then one of them caught me in time. Then the first cloud of gods. The Holy Father recognized the old master. Thanks to 5 bases on the monkey. So we went to the rescue. The monkey is happy to fly with Van's head. And then we're going to crush the heavenly soldiers, the gods and the animals of heaven. They are occupying the mountain flower. He climbed up to break the cricket's beard, giant fire trumpet to make mouth cap, peeling off the rhino, thunder to build the American armor. The Monkey King twisted the ice deer's horns to get the tailor's deer velvet. A pair of gorgeous boots. Busy fighting. Until we go back to the swamp. I saw that he was playing a child's game. How the hell did the crickets not catch? And a mantis poked it in the side through the nose. I don't know what the mantis is doing in there. I just saw the stomach writhing. Then you have to turn the little boy into a dog tick. Go inside and look. So this mantis is also a heavenly general. It's not a normal bug. It's using a pear, as sharp as a sword scratching inside the old fisherman's stomach. By the way, the little boy cut off his wings to make a suit of armor to complete the suit of metal armor. The great holy Che. According to the end, now it is possible to return to the water of Lin Dong in Ho. That's where Sun Wukong didn't rule the monkeys. From a distance, the little boy saw the stick. Identify sea god magnets. That in the old South the Dragon King gave it to Chethi to be the stick you want. The immortal name. God S-word is not wrong. This rotten monkey is squeezing out water, but this must also be left to the servant. The new servant. Sea god magnet. Now slowly shrink back into a stick as you like. The monkey is still shy. I told you to be good. Take it, it's yours now. The stick as intended emits a rush of force. It's rocking the whole waterway. And then it's quiet again. I thought I was going to make a weapon for the monkey. The two continued their journey to the top of the mountain, above the water. That's where the great saint died. Before leaving to find the 6 baby monkeys, was told the great holy story by the old monkey. Here the little boy touched the rock softly. It seems that the 5 great saints have reacted as a rock. The original image is a giant relic, and sucked the baby monkey inside. Then out. This rock is the 6th layer of the great saint. It's called sexual opinion. It means wanting to. I can't believe the monkey and the cat to the world inside this relic. In the middle of the vast lake, they met the old monkey waiting. The servant put the 2 boys on the boat. Across a lagoon, there are surrounding statues of characters that were once enlightened, never fought before. And say this land is the Sig, the memory of the great holy Che. On that journey, the old monkey also recounted the events experienced in the life of Sun Wukong. They are also criticized for 7 things. 6 sects that even though the Buddha, but they can't be religious either, but to flee from Lin So. In the opposite direction, there is a boat approaching. There are 3 people like them. The old monkey now knows. No, he's really dead. But power and signature, your memory will be left to your children to carry on the title of the great holy Che. I hope that future generations will cultivate this spirit. It is worthy of that name. To the other shore, the old monkey said to just drive them here. The remaining challenge the monkey must overcome on its own. In front of the monkey was the body of Sun Wukong. 5 when you died, leaving the immortal body. But this heartless soul, old monkey, says it's holding the 6th breath of the great saint. The monkey must destroy it himself. 6 new gases are united for the journey west. Be continued. 8 people are not sure they want to help you, but the old monkey stopped him. Because this place contains Sun Wukong's memories. No, the monkey has to go through it on its own. With the baby monkey carrying in him the 5 gases of otherwise the face, with the lifeless body. It's not that difficult. After the first phase, overcoming psychological obstacles, when you have to fight back against your grandfather, the baby monkey was free to throw the blow. The punch of the dead monkey. He was stopped by a small boy with a stick. No more abstinence. And the monkey used the cloning technique to spit out a bunch of hair. Each feather turned into a little boy, and all together, to the body of the great saint in a decisive blow. The phalanges burst open to reveal themselves inside a body. Full armor needle. It even summons out a stick. As the sea god's intention, just like a little boy. Then out. This is the true god of heaven. Even if it's a dead body, but it still retains the spirit of heaven and earth. It should work instinctively. The old habits of the saint. Fighting for a while, the body of the great saint seemed to recognize the servant. This guy is a tough monkey. It quickly discovered the cause. He was beaten to pieces. The baby monkey has the 5 noble gases. Immediately throw the baby monkey into the sky and then use transformation. It's sucking all 5 gases towards me. Out together with the 5 gases that have converged in the body. The 70 to metamorphosed miracles of the great saint. It is also restored. Even the temperament that likes to tease people is the same. The baby monkey flinched a little and pulled out the fairy wand. Let's take a sip from the wizard of magic. Alleviate thirst. The saint used the magic to transform his body and snatch the wine bottle and tasted it. But then still play nice, throw back the wine bottle. For the monkey. God-s people are determined to come to this country. You can only rely on yourself. He did his best to fight the body. Dry of the great saint. Hit back 7-7-49. The last day he was helpless to give in to the monkey. The 6 represents the power of the Holy Spirit. And your memory has also gathered fully at the fate of the servant. So this is Sun Wukong's ploy. Not to get out of the ring, You were deliberately beaten to death. Then disperse the power and the memory. Kim's ring will be destroyed according to the old body, and the memory and power of the great saint will go back to heaven, to be resurrected as a new Sun Wukong. Both sides collapsed. After the landslide battle, her Kim ring on top of the body of the great saint and fell into the lake. When the body disappears, the old monkey came to pick up the pin and put it on the monkey's head. What will happen if God's people accept that? To be held back like the great saint of old. It's not hard work for long, river poor sea or sow. But the monkey suddenly woke up. Before that can happen, memory, the old saint suddenly overflowing in the mind of the servant of Heave. That is the Holy Spirit. Sun Wukong has not been resurrected. Thank you for following the mythical hack story. Wukong, while waiting for the chapters, new games will be released in 2025.